DC here. Hi, guys and gals. Well, it's a Wednesday lunch vlog, and I hope you're all well. Yeah, I'm glad it's Wednesday. It's out to be a busy, long week. Not long because there's nothing to do, but long because I'll be anxious that it be Friday. But anyway, yeah. I was reading something today about more and more people are being, I was almost going to be saying, shamed into talking about dairy products and meat products and stuff like that. But especially, it was something from a dairy company that was saying that young people are being treated by influencers as trash, basically, if they are going for dairy products. And I was thinking, like, well, they were bringing that on to the cancel culture thing, which of course we all know is a big thing these days, no matter what people are trying to say. I mean, it is a big thing. But I was thinking about that and thinking, was a while back, there was, quite a few years back now, there was there was the gut milk, if you got milk campaigns and all stuff like that. And I was just thinking, it's not since yesterday that traditional foods have had to fight at times to get through. People are always trying to be innovative and change and often go against traditional things, be it values, food, or whatever, and be modern be modern, progressive, and so on. And I think with the question of dairy and meat and all that, that's just right now it's being pushed to the extreme. I mean, actually, I was going to say with the vegan push. You see, the plants are attacking me. But when you think about it, we have talked about this in other vlogs, I guess, but many of these plant-based foods are actually ultra-processed. And there was a chef the other day that was on some show, I just saw an excerpt, who basically was saying, he said, you can't call these low fat, you can't call these low calorie foods. They're just plant-based, that's all. Because he says we've got to do so many things to them that they're more processed than a lot of actually traditional foods. So, it's just another way of eating, another way of looking at things. But unless you're eating salad with a minimal amount of dressing, you're still going to get a lot of added fat, added other stuff to it. Yeah. But I still was surprised, at how much, there's right now in today's world, I mean, the influencers are online. So that's where the cancel culture is coming from. But, you did feel it. I mean, would you have gone to a bar and say, give me a glass of milk? Not many people would do that, or even at restaurants or what. I mean, here in Switzerland, where we make cheese and yogurt and stuff like that, you will rarely go somewhere where somebody will ask for a glass of milk. Everybody will take a glass of coffee, a cup of coffee, or, Coca-Cola or something like that, but extremely rarely milk. But what I noticed is when I traveled, let's say in Scandinavia, Sweden, for example, they would be drinking milk, at their break. And it was especially noticeable. It was especially noticeable when I was in Ireland. People would have a big glass of milk at their break time instead of like when I would take a cup of coffee or people would take a cup of tea actually over there. And when I was living in England, it'd be more a cup of tea. But I noticed, especially in, like I say, Ireland. It was noticeable also in Sweden where I was. It was in Lund. People were taking, milk. So there are still lands where, it's not being stigmatized, at least not yet. But probably it'll come. You know, so it's an interesting fact. How do you feel about that? Do you feel that there's a trend right now to get away from everything that's traditional? Some might say conservative, but I won't call it conservative. I would say traditional. You know, and say no. It's strange. It is in a way because, like, if you take other stuff like baking breads and different things like that, as long as it's plant based, people are going back to the old way of making leaven, which is cool, by the way. Making leaven and stone ground flour. I do that myself. I'm not against any of that. It's just surprising. I mean, as long as it's plant based in today's world, it's okay. So, what do you think? I mean, are you going vegetarian? Are you going vegan? Or vegan, as some people would say it, sorry. Or flexitarian? I mean, I actually don't have anything against people that want to do that. Really, I don't. What I do, what I do get annoyed with is when people try to, really say that is the only way to save the planet, for example. Whatever. I mean, you know what? Somebody told me the other day, discussing with a vegan is like discussing with many people on their beliefs. And I get that because, those of you who know me by now know my beliefs. So I kind of get that. But, I don't try and cancel people myself, actually. But anyway, let's, just tell me what you think about it. Okay, LBDC signing off. Take care, everybody. Have a good Wednesday. Bye-bye.